Right now at 6, children on a field trip in Chippewa County are hospitalized after a wagon overturns.
And a La Crosse man accused of homicide is not competent to stand trial.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 6.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 6. I'm Ken Kozarowski.
And I'm Emily Brown. 25 people, including children, are hospitalized after the wagon they were riding in overturned in a town of Lafayette apple orchard. News 8
Now's Michael Germain is live in Chippewa County with the details tonight. Michael.
Ken and Emily, Sheriff Hakes held a briefing roughly 2 hours ago about the incident and says that 3 people have sustained life-threatening injuries and 1 person was even airlifted by a helicopter. Now, according to the sheriff's office, a tractor was towing 2 wagons carrying both students and adults when one of the wagons lost control going downhill and tipped over. The sheriff says everyone is in stable condition to the best of his knowledge, and being a father himself, he says this is truly every parent's nightmare.
As a parent myself, it's a parent's greatest fear that something happens to their children, especially when they're, young like that. And, I can tell you that the children were extremely brave.
The sheriff's office did not say which school the children were from, and the cause of the incident is still under investigation. And Hake says they're looking at the tractor that was hauling the wagons. Reporting live in Chippewa Falls, Michael Germain, News 8 Now.
Okay, thank you, Michael.
A La Crosse man accused of homicide and hiding a corpse is not competent to stand trial. A La Crosse County court ruled 55-year-old John Stumlin suffers from a mental illness and cannot defend himself. He did not appear in court because he was aggressive with jail staff and did not want to attend. Stumlin was arrested August 8th after he was accused of killing and attempted to hide the body of 68-year-old Daniel Riordan. Meds and inpatient treatment were ordered to be made available to him as soon as possible.
Well, we had another warm one once again this week, kind of a repeat pattern, but we are going to see some changes heading into Thursday in that regards to showers and thunderstorms, but 10 to 15 degrees above average. That means a lot of 80s. Now the dew points, comfortable still, 50s, but notice to the west, we're getting up to the 60s, mid-60s, a sign that we do have some moisture on the increase with a system that will be approaching. And right now it's well off to the west, but it's been producing showers and thunderstorm waves that have been approaching and then weakening, and we get cloud cover, and that's what we're going to see right now as we kind of zoom in. Just some high clouds, mid clouds out there with temperatures in the upper 70s to low 80s across most of the area. That'll be kind of the trend going in this evening too. Just cloud cover off and on, but temperatures still very warm or mild for this time of year. Upper 60s with a southeast wind. Same story for Eau Claire. We're looking at temperatures getting back down to the around 70 with that southeast wind, some high clouds out there. Overall, tonight will be milder with the more clouds on the way. That south wind, a little bit higher dew points, more 60s. The cooler spots that are typically in the 40s, more we'll probably see in the 50s. Precipitation should hold off, but we have a couple rounds coming tomorrow. Showers in the morning, but we're really keeping an eye on the alert day conditions for the evening, 7 to 10 p.m. with showers and thunderstorms coming through. Some could be severe. We'll kind of time those out and then show you what Friday and the rest of the weekend looks like a bit later in the broadcast.
All right. Greg, thanks very much.
Well, Oktoberfest has revealed the next 2 members of this year's royal family. Mary Ann Geschwind and Deborah Keller are this year's Oktoberfest parade marshals. Oktoberfest selects 2 marshals each year from a pool of nominees. Keller is the Torchlight Parade Marshal, and Geschwind will handle the Maple Leaf Parade. They say they're excited to represent their community and spread Gemütlichkeit.
Having that friendly feeling, that feeling of good cheer. And that's what Oktoberfest is. Oktoberfest is a time where families get together, friends get together.
There aren't that many women who have been parade marshals, and the fact that we have this year is wonderful.
Now, Geschwind was previously nominated in 2020, but the pandemic canceled the fest that year.
Buying a home, car, or taking out a loan just got a little easier.
Yeah, today the Federal Reserve lowered interest rates for the first time since 2020. Now, while the rate was only lowered half a percentage point, the decision could signal it comes as consumers grapple with inflation. News 8 Now's Jeremy Wall tells us how it could impact home buyers here in Wisconsin. Jeremy.
Ken and Emily, the Fed's reduced its rate to between 4.75 and 5%.
Mike Petrick with the La Crosse Area Realtors Association says it's a good sign for the housing market and could stimulate local inventory. Petrick says despite an uptick in sales over the summer, inventory in the Coulee region has remained low. The lower interest rates could create more inventory by encouraging both buyers and sellers to strike while the iron's hot.
We've had ever increasing interest rates for the last couple of years. Or in the last year, they've gone up, and people have stayed out of the market waiting for them to go down. Well, either it's now is your chance, because we don't know when the Fed is going to act again.
Economists are expecting the Feds to continue lowering interest rates throughout next year. Ken and Emily.
Okay, thank you, Jeremy.
The La Crosse Fire Department just got a major boost today to enhance public safety. Mayo Clinic Health System presented the department a nearly $5,000 check through its Hometown Health Grant Program. LCFD is using the money to buy an IndyLift device. It safely lifts people who have fallen or can't otherwise move on their own. La Crosse Fire's EMS coordinator says they're expanding their operations to better assist people.
Receiving this funding through the Community Health Grant is just, it's an awesome thing, and we're very appreciative because now we can take this tool that we have and implement it into our operations and provide safety.
Now, next week is Fall Prevention Week, and the county is hosting a couple awareness events. They'll start tomorrow at the Holman Community Center, then the Concordia Ballroom in La Crosse on Friday. Both of those events will run at 9 a.m. to 1 p.m.
With 48 days left until the election, federal officials are trying to combat interference on the internet.
And how big tech is playing a role in protecting voters when we come back.
This Thursday, one day only, earn a 30-cent Hy-Vee fuel saver for every $40. That's a 30-cent fuel saver for every $40 you spend in-store and online. Thursday only, and only at Hy-Vee.
Bidenomics is working.
It's not. ABC News proved it with charts.
It was under control
on
during
inflation,
the Trump administration, well below
gas,
$3 a gallon, 35%
and housing.
jump in home prices, folks.
Even CNN admits it.
When it comes to the economy, groceries were less expensive, housing was more affordable when Donald Trump was president.
Yet Harris still says,
Bidenomics is working.
No, it isn't.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
There are trucks, and then there's the GMC Sierra, available with the connected driving experience and the world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate. GMC Sierra. It's the truck. Get 0% APR on 2024 Sierra 1500 Denali models. That's over $6,400 in average finance savings.
Visit your best choice GMC dealer today.
Asher Laston Exteriors is committed to craftsmanship, innovation, and outstanding customer service as Western Wisconsin's window and door replacement experts. Our superior quality, energy-saving windows and doors from the trusted brand of Renewal by Andersen are skillfully installed by certified technicians and backed by some of the strongest transferable warranties available. Save up to 22% with zero down and no interest or payments for up to 18 months with Renewal by Andersen Windows and Doors. Brought to you by Asher Lasting Exteriors.
Scouting has helped them build confidence through problem solving, learning to cook over a fire, building a tent in areas that they don't always get exposed to.
It's not competitive. It really helps develop your son or daughter into a great human being.
This is a great opportunity for your child to get to know the outdoors, and there's so much that outside and nature can provide for our children, and having these experiences is what Scouting is all about.
I'm Tammy Baldwin. I approve this message.
We found out our baby had severe fetal abnormalities and that my life was at risk. But Wisconsin Republicans' extreme abortion ban forced us to leave the state to get the care that I needed. It was a nightmare. Eric Hovde pushed to end Roe v. Wade. And in the Senate, Hovde would give Mitch McConnell the majority to ban abortion nationwide. No exceptions for rape, incest, or the health of women like me. What is wrong with these guys?
This Thursday, one day only, earn a 30-cent Hy-Vee fuel saver for every $40. That's a 30-cent fuel saver for every $40 you spend in-store and online. Thursday only, and only at Hy-Vee.
The Senate Intelligence Committee held a hearing today on foreign threats to the 2024 U.S. election, and lawmakers wanted to hear directly from big tech.
Executives from Google parent Alphabet, Meta's Facebook, and Microsoft testified about ways they are trying to combat online election interference.
With 48 days until the election, federal officials are working to crack down on the spread of misinformation and disinformation about candidates, election integrity, and more.
This year alone, we've seen a variety of malicious activity, including cyber attacks, efforts to compromise personal email accounts of high-profile political actors, and influence operations both on and off our platforms that are seeking to sow discord among Americans.
Committee Chairman Senator Mark Warner says progress has been made in recent years in the fight against online election interference efforts.
Well, we've got more news ahead, but first,
showers and thunderstorms we got for tomorrow. We especially got the evening commute that could be impacted by some severe storms. We'll kind of time those out and show you what the weekend looks like. That coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
This election is about two very different visions for our nation. One focused on the future, and the other focused on the past. When the middle class is strong, America is strong. Lowering the cost of living will be a defining goal of my presidency. I'll lower the cost of insulin and prescription drugs for everyone, and I will work to pass the first ever federal ban on price gouging on food. More than 100 million Americans will get a tax cut. We will end America's housing shortage by building 3 million new homes and rentals that are affordable for the middle class. Together, we will build an economy where everyone can compete and have a real chance to succeed. Now is the time to chart a new way forward. I'm Kamala Harris, and I approve this message.
It's Blain's Farm and Fleet's 69th anniversary, and we're celebrating with exciting rewards offers for our best customers. Shop anniversary celebration savings on assorted 2-pound bags of Blain's brand trail mix, just $5 for rewards members. A 2.5-ton Laren floor jack with case, only $59.99 for rewards members. And get $2 reward savings on new women's CGCG t-shirts, now just $10.99. Come celebrate and save during our anniversary sale, only at Blain's Farm and Fleet.
What if you never had to worry about what you could do? Because you could do anything. Anywhere could be the center of everywhere. And boundaries only existed to be pushed. So the only limit you faced was how big you could dream. What would you do then? Some pretty cool stuff, I bet. Yeah, that'd be some life. That'd be life unlimited.
It's a lot quieter around here than it used to be. I'm Rebecca Cook. When I was growing up, this farm was bustling. Holsteins, hired hands, harvesting crops. But big corporations put family farms like mine out of business. And what has Derek Van Orden done? Nothing. Tax cuts for big ag, rising healthcare costs, undermining our democracy, extremism. We need real working people in Washington. And that's why I approve this message.
Yeah, we have a couple rounds of showers and thunderstorms. In the morning, we have some showers and some thunderstorms possible too. Looks to be non-severe, and then the severe stuff is really for the evening. We're looking at maybe after 7 p.m. for that time frame as a cold front comes through. But overall, as we look at the alert day conditions, it's really from about 7 to 10 p.m. That's when the main threat, damaging winds, hail, probably the primary threats. The tornado threat's pretty low, but that would be initially on, and maybe heavy rain threat. But these two are, once we get past 10 p.m., the threat really diminishes quite quickly. This time of year, with the loss of daytime pretty early, it helps to really keep the instability at night down. Otherwise, the big system low that's been out to the west, that low is pushed up to now Montana, and it continues to push these waves, develop these showers and thunderstorm waves that push eastward. They weaken. We get cloud cover. We had one go through today right now with cloud cover, and then we're going to see more developing as this gets closer. So we'll see one round later tonight, and then a third round coming for Thursday evening as this low begins to work its way up into Canada too. So that's the main responsibility for all this activity. So showers and a few storms Thursday morning. Can't discount the thunderstorm probability there too. Won't be severe. The strong to severe potential is really Thursday evening, and we're talking probably after 7 p.m. Could be maybe early as 6. Dry and warm for Friday. We get a break behind the cold front, and that extends potentially into Saturday too, and then wet weather may come back for especially Sunday. But for tonight, definitely warmer, more 60s out there, given that the winds are out of the south. We have a little bit more moisture in the air and some cloud cover. Precipitation should stay just west, probably for the morning commute. It'll get close for some areas. Here's that line of showers and potential thunderstorms near Rochester by 7 a.m. It's going to come through the area probably around 8 to about noon with a few showers and thunderstorms. It'll be a little bit of hit and miss, but you could see some of the activity even during the noon hour as it pushes across and diminishes. Activity will probably continue a little bit on and off for north of Eau Claire through the afternoon, but that's probably not the severe potential as we're really keeping an eye on. Here's the front begins to work its way towards Minneapolis towards tomorrow afternoon. That's when we'll probably see a line developing or areas developing of showers and thunderstorms. These could be severe. Initially hail, probably that could be an indication. And then eventually as we get closer to 7, that's when Eau Claire could see some of this activity. And then there's a possibility we could see a line form somewhere after 7 p.m. And this line then would really become more of a damaging wind threat as indicated by this coming through La Crosse at about 8 to 8:30 with activity further extending. This line then becomes more a little bit east to west oriented as it gets down to southern Wisconsin close to 10. By the time we get down to here, the severe threat really has diminished. In fact, you can see we're starting to see a little bit of clearing skies to the west. So once we get past 10 p.m., I think the activity pushes east and it drops off fairly quickly. So the severe threat really better as you go further west. As you go further east, it drops off. So initially hail, and then we could get to more of a damaging wind. The flood threat is there, but I think it's really going to be a small chance if we get any of the rain rates to get high enough. So these two, the tornado threat too, is still low, but that possibility exists. And as we go throughout the weekend, this front comes down for Saturday with a few showers, but it's this system low that tracks up towards northern Illinois that's going to bring the wet weather, especially as we go through Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, and potentially extending into Wednesday. And depending on that track, these rain chances may come up for Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. But for right now, they're right there. The alert day tomorrow with the storms in the afternoon. But notice the trend in the temperatures. Friday and Saturday still warm. Next week, we're kind of back to the 70s. Now, that does seem cool, but that is where we should be for this time of year as we now enter, of course, fall.
There we go. Thank you, Greg. Coming up next in sports, where is the love? Number 10 in green and gold returning to the practice field today as the Packers prep for the Titans. Plus, the Play of the Week nominees. Jacob is up next.
Proper installation of your new windows make a difference. The team at Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions are factory trained to make sure your windows are installed to last. Call or stop into the showroom for your free estimate.
This is my grandma Kim. She has a lot to say about Eric Hovde.
Mr. Fancy, California banker, said he'd absolutely cut Social Security and raise the retirement age.
Hovde suggested that most seniors shouldn't vote.
If you're in a nursing home, you only have 5-6 month life expectancy. Almost nobody in a nursing home is in a point to vote.
In Wisconsin, we have a word for guys like him.
DSCC is responsible for the content of this ad.
There are over 21,000 Wisconsin veterans struggling to pay for rent and utilities.
Thank you for your service.
Many are also facing issues with their mental health.
Thank you for your service.
We must do more to help these heroes who have already sacrificed so much.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you for your service. Thank you for your service.
Words simply aren't enough.
I'm sorry.
Make a difference by donating to this critical Wisconsin survival safety net today.
I don't need much, just the chance to work hard and take care of my family. But Biden-Harris and the Washington Democrats have made that tough. Inflation is crushing us. Go to the parts store, the grocery store, the gas station. You feel it everywhere. And what has Tammy Baldwin done? Not a damn thing. She's been right there with them, raising taxes, spending more, backing Biden-Harris, hurting Wisconsin.
I'm Eric Hovde. I approve this message.
Covering all of the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now Sports.
Well, after an injury scare 12 days ago against the Eagles, this man was back on the practice field earlier today with a sleeve on his left knee. Matt LaFleur said after practice that Jordan Love was, quote, limited, and that's the extent of the details given out. It was the first time he's practiced since his Week 1 injury to that knee. Some good news regardless of if he plays this Sunday in Nashville or not. We'll hear from him after practice tonight at 10. And now it is time to reveal the News 8 Play of the Week nominees. And boy, I'm excited about the 5 that we have picked out for you all this week. Kicking us off, history last night at Mabel Canton High. We're showing you one play here, but she's had a ton of great ones over the years. Sahara Morgan registering her 4,000th assist in her fantastic career. One of 11 players in Minnesota to ever do it. Number 2, we head to the gridiron. It's Independence Gilmanton's Chase Beck. Rolling to his left, under some pressure from Pepin Alma, but he squares the shoulders. He's going to fire a dime down the field to Blake Slabby for the score. Indies would fall, but a great play right here from Beck. More football for number 3, but we go to the college ranks. Home opener for UWL with the game all tied at 7. Najee Mitchell takes the screen. Big boys are out in front clearing a lane, and Mitchell breaks a couple of tackles, and he is in for 6. Eagles would win 35-21. On to number 4 we go. Back on Monday, La Crescent boys soccer, early first half. Great cross sent in, and check out the precision on the header by Tara Vang, the Lancers, to get the home side up 1-0. This is a lot harder than it looks right there. Good stuff right there. La Crescent and Lake City would tie 2-2. And for number 5, boy, do we have a treat right here. This one's sent in by Eric Larson. Cotter boys soccer facing Schaefer Academy. Felipe Carvalho, you will not see much better than that. We'll zoom in here for you in a second. He's going to hop on his bicycle for this goal. Are you kidding me? Ridiculous play right there. I told you, folks, if you got a good one at a game we weren't at, send that over. So there is our 5 to choose from for this week. Voting will go live on our website shortly after the show. I want to make sure I mention this. Voting does close at 5 p.m. on Fridays. To cast that vote, head to the sports page on news8000.com. Under Play of the Week, click on your favorite. How about that, guys?
I think we have an obvious winner
That's
right
a good
there.
one. So too.
That's a good
doing
one.
his best.
I didn't even know that
Ibrahimovic.
existed.
That's really
that
good.
was pure instinct from him.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
So thank you for sending that in. That was a great one. Also
Yeah.
should mention the Brewers NL Central champs. A loss by the Cubs today
Go
puts the
Brewers.
Brewers into the playoffs. So a little bit, oh yay, we still got to play a game tonight. But
Right.
it's
It could have been nice if we had seen
Yesterday.
it clinched last night with the win
Yeah.
over the Phillies.
That would've
But
been nice.
that's one job out of the way. Now
Yeah.
it's try and end with one of the best records in the National League to make sure the seed is just a little bit higher.
And hopefully you're popping champagne tonight after a win. It would be kind of weird after a loss. You're in there like, oh, we won. But
Yeah, I don't know how they work that out. I mean, do they champagne party this afternoon and then get ready for the game?
that'd be an interesting game then if they do. But yeah.
The equipment manager is going to have to do a load of laundry
That's
real
true.
quick
That is true.
before first pitch.
Good stuff. Looking forward to that playoff series, whoever it is. So.
Yeah.
That's right.
Okay, we'll have another look at your forecast right after this.
It's been a long 3 months, and shortly the little darlings will be headed back to school. If you need order restored at your home, let the team at Maxwell White undo the chaos.
Bidenomics is working.
It's not. ABC News proved it with charts.
It was under control
on
during the
inflation,
Trump administration, well below
gas,
$3 a gallon, 35%
and housing.
jump in home prices, folks.
Even CNN admits it.
When it comes to the economy, groceries were less expensive, housing was more affordable when Donald Trump was president.
Yet Harris still says,
Bidenomics is working.
no, it isn't.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
Everything is getting smarter. Good thing your Touchstone Energy Cooperative has the knowledge and expertise to help you make smarter work harder. Today, there are more ways than ever to make your world more energy efficient, and we can show you how. Take the next step to go electric and put the power of your co-op to work for you. Touchstone Energy Cooperatives, your source for power and information.
Now's the time to get a great deal on taking care of your property. You need the #1 selling subcompact tractor in the U.S. so you can do it all and do it right. Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and Sidekick utility vehicles where durability meets speed.
Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment for 0 down, 0% APR for up to 60 months, plus save up to $1,200. Visit any of your Johnson Tractor dealerships in Menominee, Baldwin, Osseo, and Arcadia.
It's been a long 3 months, and shortly the little darlings will be headed back to school. If you need order restored at your home, let the team at Maxwell White undo the chaos.
You just never know who you're gonna meet here. Let's make everyone's day a little brighter.
Weekdays at 3 on News 8.
All right, don't forget we do have some round of showers and a few storms potentially from late morning to noon. That won't be severe. The severe stuff is really towards the evening, 7 to 10 p.m. Damaging winds, hail potential with that. Once it comes through, the good news is Friday's warm and dry, most of Saturday's warm and dry, and then we get into a wet period potentially from Sunday through Tuesday. Those chances could come up. We could have dry periods, but something to keep note of is especially tomorrow evening.
All right. Thank you, Greg, and thank you all for joining us tonight at 6.
We'll see you at 10.